Hi art adventurers, welcome back to my channel, or if you're here for the first time, my name is Christopher and I make art videos. So today I'm going to be sketching a bunch of different beetles and trying out my new Prismacolor Col-erase pencils for the first time. So these are colored pencils, but they're erasable, and many artists use them because it's just fun to sketch with something other than a graphite pencil. And then, of course, your final illustration will have cool different colors for the line work if you want to keep it. But if you don't, that's cool too, because the whole point of these are that they're erasable colored pencils. So you can just erase the bits you don't like. And if you compare that to normal colored pencils, something like the Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils or the Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils, they are beautiful pencils, but they're difficult to erase or maybe impossible to erase on something like watercolor paper, or just difficult to erase in general. So yeah, I'm really glad that I've finally got my hands on some of these Prismacolor Col-erase pencils. They're really fun to sketch with, in my opinion. The colors are really vibrant, except of course like this non-photo blue, it's not meant to show up. And you can make alterations and changes, and I've seen some people actually do entire drawings and sketches, including the shading with these. I just wanted to start off by using the Col-erase for outline work. And I quickly decided that I love them for that, and I'll definitely be using them for sketching quite often. They're going to become part of my normal rotation. I think pretty much everyone out there has tried them by now, but I used to live in Japan and I couldn't find them easily there. So I'm really late to the game in terms of these art supplies. But if you happen to be one of the few people out there that hasn't tried them and you're curious about them, they're not that expensive and you can get them in sets, and you can also buy them individually. So you might want to just pick up one or two of them and try them out. I think the non-photo light blue one is great if you don't like seeing, actually it's superb if you don't like seeing your sketch lines show up really. And in terms of colors, I think it's often common for people to choose a red, like the carmine red, or a blue or deep blue pencil to sketch with. So personally, I would recommend at least those three pencils. I should also talk about this illustration that I'm doing in a bit more detail. So at first I just had the idea to draw a beetle using one of each colors and the non-photo light blue for the initial first guidelines. But once I finished that, the page still looked a little bit empty, so I looked up some more references of different beetles, and I decided to in the spaces in between those 5 beetles, sketch in a bunch of other little beetles with a graphite pencil. These beetles are actual real beetles, but they're not to scale with each other, if that makes sense. And I wanted to be able to make the whole page look like it was one of those specimen boxes where you would display preserved insects in an insect collection. Pretty successful in achieving that. This video is not going to show the coloring process, it's just going to show the line work process. But I am filming the coloring process and I'm using a new medium for that. So please stay tuned and you'll be able to get a sneak peek of what the coloring looks like in a second, because I was kind of stupid and forgot to take a photograph once I'd completed the line work. So I'll show you a picture with the smaller beetles colored, and I still have the large beetles left to go. I'll be interested to see if anyone can guess in the comments down below what the new medium is that I'm using. And of course, I will let you know what that is when I post my very next video in a couple of days from now. And I'll see you then for another art adventure. Bye!